Dear Journal, this morning I woke up not feeling my best. Lately I wake up feeling like $1,000,000. But not this morning because yesterday um, my mother and I had a couple of disagreements. It wasn't anything major, but the fact that they happened and I gave into it, if you will, it didn't make me feel good. Because I want to see reflected to me all the things that I've been putting and focusing on. So this morning I woke up not feeling my best. Kind of feeling bad about yesterday, but then I realized, let me acknowledge this. Let me take the time to acknowledge these feelings and my thoughts, observe them, and then release them so that they don't continue to haunt me, so that I don't continue to allow my subconscious to hold on to something that's no longer serving me once I've observed it and done what I've needed to. So, and yeah, so that's what I need to do. Um, and it also shows me how much of my time that I am, in my perspective, wasting being in the past instead of dealing with it then and there. I'm spending that time being in the past, feeling those emotions, allowing them to move me rather than me being in control of it and saying, hey, I'm the creator. Let me check out what I did not like experiencing here so that I can get to the core of this and deal with it so it doesn't happen again. Granted, it may happen again, but the way that I handle it and treat myself in the process so that doesn't happen again. So, um, yeah, I realized yesterday I stepped outside of love by being argumentative, no matter the reason. Yes, it's that hormonal thing. Um, and so I just wasn't, I didn't even feel beautiful inside when I stepped out of love. But in doing so, the emotions had already blossomed. I guess my focus there was much longer than just that moment of when it happened. I think it's probably accumulation, if you will, of many more times of these thoughts being there. And so recognizing these thoughts of irritation towards my mother, I want to say it is in my former mindset, I would say towards my mother, but really, to be honest with you, it's not towards her. It's not even her. It's how I am not loving myself in that area of me. So, and I find that I've been open to the idea of how often am I irritated with myself? And then my subconscious, because it's so used to protecting me in the way that I used to be, that I once was, it kind of fell into that pattern very easily. It's not that it's trying to trick me. It's going to take some time, and I need to understand that about myself as well. It's going to take some time for my subconscious to get used to the patterns. I'm seeing the patterns. I'm seeing the changes happening. I'm present and aware enough now that I'm noticing them and I'm seeing the patterns building as far as what high vibration does for the body, for my mindset, for my subconscious. And as time goes on, I will express that more deeply. But right now, I know that as I was feeling bad, I also need to allow myself to feel good because I am grateful. I'm grateful that I have the mindset and the heart and the will, the integrity to do something about it, to check out myself. I'm grateful that there's an awareness to want to do that, and I'm grateful that I am doing that. And like journal, this journaling helps me too, because then I'm also learning to have a new level of self accountability to the things that I want to put out and spread as far as love is concerned, unconditionally. So in the process of all of this, I stepped outside of my own unconditional love of self and gave into the hormonal activities going on in my body. When I know that that's happening, I don't have to give into it. And I could already change that. Quantum leaping is every moment. So why not be present for every moment and know that, oh, I can change that? Because just as sure as my realizing that I do not have to confront my sons or anybody about anything that they're doing that is unpleasing to me, I can go inside and start recreating a new imagination of a whole new scenario. So the next time it comes around, should it come around, or anything, that I actually get to witness that change manifesting in front of me as it happens in that moment. Being aware and present always helps you to be aware and present, to recognize those moments when it comes. So I know that, okay, I don't have to be upset with myself and feel bad. I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I did. It lets me know my heart, there's compassion. There's something there for me, that love. Stepping outside that love doesn't feel good. I think stepping outside of love hurts more than me hurting that person or offending that person, because really that's that person's problem, not my own. But for the next time, when it comes to how I interact with people and my mother, what I'm going to do is make sure that I know that I can change the scenario just through my imagination. That is the power I have. As the creator of my life, my imagination is how I change things. And then feeling it and pretending to be the being, that version of me that I want to be. I'm going to pretend that I am her until that pretending no longer feels like a pretending, but that it feels natural. That's me working on changing my identity permanently to that version of me that I so desire to be, which I already am. So I did not have anything specific to talk about this morning. Actually, that's not true. I did. I wanted to talk about other things, but those will come in more videos that I create. I am grateful to have recorded this video. And I personally don't really like to look at my videos because I am learning to not critique myself. And I feel like right now, if I go back and start looking at everything, I feel like I'll be critiquing myself. And then what was the point? So I don't want to do that. So right now, when I create these videos, like I said, it is unedited. The only editing I might do is I'm learning how to make thumbnails and how to put it into my videos. I do at least want to have like an intro and an outro just for my own, because I have this entrepreneur mindset. There's this feeling of, if I'm going to be professional in anything, it's not that I want to be professional, it's that I want to feel good about what I'm putting out and how it's going out. And I feel like I'd feel better having a nice thumbnail and a nice intro, and then talk, and then a nice outro. So that's what I'm going to be learning how to do as I continue on my journey of this journal. Because at the same time, while I'm doing this, I am in this 3D realm. It would be nice, it behoove me to learn the techie stuff of doing a voice journal. And eventually, I really want it to be a podcast, because I want to have this journal include people that I'm having conversations with, because this is supposed to be a reflection into my life and my life. But because when I'm writing, I have bins of journals. I used to have them. I've lost them in some unfortunate life situation. But man, I used to have bins full of my journals from when I was a teenager, from when I was a child and I started writing, to well, now you saw. So I'm gonna be I make my own journals. I make journals for people who request from me. So if you're interested, leave something in the comments. Did not mean to put this out. God, I hope that's not a violation. I don't know. But anyway, here it is. Thank you. Love and light. Mwah. Blessings to those who came to listen. I love you. Unlimited. Namaste.